Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving into a really powerful reprogramming technique that's all about building your emotional resilience and creating this state of, unshakable calm. And it's all drawn directly from our source material. Okay, let's dig into this. This quote really sets the whole stage, doesn't it? It suggests that our real job isn't to control all the chaos happening out there, but to become a master of the sanctuary in here. The whole goal is to make our inner world a fortress of peace, no matter what's going on around us. So before we jump into the how, we really need to get a handle on the why. Let's start with the core philosophy, the belief system that makes this whole technique actually work. It's a fundamental shift in how you see the world, and it's the bedrock for everything that comes next. I mean, this is the big question, right? Can we really truly shift something as kind of intangible as our energy or our vibration? Well, the source material gives a resounding yes, and it argues that doing exactly that is pretty much the most important work we can do. What's so interesting here is that this echoes what so many modern teachers like Dr. Joe Dispenza are saying. The core idea is simple. Our reality is basically a mirror of our internal state. So if you want to change what you're experiencing, you don't start with the world outside. You start right here with your own energy. Think of these beliefs as the mental software you need to run this technique. It's a framework inspired by teachers like Eckhart Tolle, and it completely reframes your outlook. The world isn't out to get you. It's a supportive place that's actually designed for your growth. And once you truly let that sink in, reprogramming your energy stops being just a possibility. It becomes natural. Okay, so let's get practical. Let's move into the setup and see how we can build the first actionable part of this whole process. This is where we get the body and mind ready. Make them receptive for this deep reprogramming work. Now, the source outlines these specific steps for a good reason. Each one is designed to shift you out of that busy, overthinking mind and drop you right into your body. That deep ah sound literally vibrates through you and helps release tension, focusing on the heart centers, your energy. And that feeling of heaviness, that's a direct signal to your nervous system that it's safe to just completely let go. And here we have the first key visualization. And I love this. Before you can build, you have to clean. So you just imagine your personal energy field, that bubble of space all around your body, and picture it getting a total reset. You're clearing out all that old, stagnant energy to make way for the new. All right, now we get to the real heart of the technique. We've prepared the space, and now we're going to go on a guided journey to build your very own protective shield, your inner sanctuary. This visualization of walking downstairs, it's a classic and really powerful tool. Counting backwards while you imagine moving downward literally guides your brainwaves into a more relaxed, more open state. You're walking yourself down into the deeper levels of your own consciousness. This moment right here, this transition, it's crucial. You're making a conscious choice to leave the normal world behind and enter a new space that you've created on purpose. And stepping boldly through that door, that's your first act of empowerment in this new reality. So this gives our destination a name. You haven't just walked into a blue room, you've stepped inside the blue shield. It's an active, functional energy field. Think of it like a protective container that you control, and it's designed specifically for your emotional and energetic well-being. The source is super clear about what the shield is for. It acts like a selective filter, blocking out all the external anxieties and opinions. But it also works from the inside out, helping you identify and just release any of that old baggage you've been carrying around. Now, this is one of the most powerful actions you can take inside the shield. The cord-cutting visualization. It's a symbolic act of severing those energetic ties to past events, to other people's opinions, or even to old versions of yourself that just don't serve you anymore. This is you reclaiming your energy. So, now that we've created and cleansed this safe space, the next phase is all about programming. You now get to consciously decide what you want your new reality, your new vibrational atmosphere to actually feel like. Inside the shield, your mind is incredibly receptive. That means affirmations like this become super potent. You're not just repeating empty words here. You are instructing every single cell in your body to align with the frequency of peace. And notice the wording on this one. It's not about pretending problems don't exist. It's about affirming your deep, innate ability to handle them with grace. This is what builds true resilience, that unshakable confidence that you can navigate whatever life throws at you. And here we are circling right back to that core philosophy. This powerful affirmation just reinforces that belief in a friendly universe, and it creates this amazing positive feedback loop. The more you believe it, the more you feel it, and the more you experience it. These are the ultimate declarations. To be resilient means you're strong, you're adaptable. But to be sovereign, that means you are the ruler of your inner world. You are in charge. Your peace is not dependent on anyone or anything outside of you. So, this all feels great in the moment, but how do you make this state of calm and resilience your new normal? How do you make it stick? Well, the source material gives a very clear and very practical recommendation for that. The key takeaway from making this last is this one number, 30. The recommendation is to practice this visualization every single night for 30 consecutive days. And this slide explains the why behind that 30-day practice. This isn't just wishful thinking, it's straight up neuroscience. Through repetition, you are physically building and strengthening new neural pathways in your brain, essentially making calm, resilience, and sovereignty your new automatic default state. So we'll just leave you with that final thought. If your inner world was a total sanctuary of centeredness and peace, if it was immune to all that external negativity, what could become possible for you? What new goals, relationships, or experiences could you step into? Because that's the potential this practice unlocks.